Hello, hello, Ben Huellen here and welcome to my YouTube channel. Today I will answer all your questions regarding supplementations and anabolic steroids and diet and training and and whatnot. And if you wonder what makes me the expert in terms of talking about anabolic steroids, it's very simple. I'm in the sport since 43 years. I have tried many anabolic steroids on myself. I have worked with many athletes, competitors who also use anabolic steroids. And of course, nothing beats experience. Nothing is better than experience. And when your doctor talks about anabolic steroids, you can be pretty sure he actually has no clue what he's talking about, because you have to imagine in this medicine studium they do that they only talk about a very small amount of time about the effects of anabolic steroids, and later when they are a physician it hardly ever comes up, so they don't even know if they ask them, for example, a specific question about anabolic steroids. They literally have to look it up. So what I'm saying is I'm 99.9% better than all your doctors when it comes to knowledge about anabolic steroids. Okay? So let's start, but not with anabolic steroids. No, we start with somebody had a question if I use side shots in my triceps. The answer is very simple. Yes, I do sometimes. I avoid to do any oils. What I do sometimes, I shoot some masteron in my triceps, but never a lot. The most I ever took was a 1 cc, usually more like 0.5 cc. I don't like the feeling of it. I don't like the pressure and all that stuff, and you should be really careful when it comes to any kind of oil, and never ever put Winstrol as a side shot. That can be really bad. Okay, it can crystallize, and maybe you have to have a surgery and they're gonna take it out. And believe me, they're not only taking out those anabolic steroids, they're taking out a lot of muscles too, and you're gonna have a hole in your muscle for a very long time, because they're gonna wait until it grows back by itself. It's a fucking nightmare. I know a couple people. Don't do it. Okay? Never ever Winstrol using as a side shot. Okay? So then someone was asking me, actually the same person was asking me about my diet. How long do I do a diet? Okay. When you get older, everything changes. And the last time I was on stage, when I was 57, I had still the thinking from the last time before that, when I was 43, that I could get in shape really fast. But when you way over 50, everything changes. Your body is completely different. And I needed a long time to actually get hard and defined again. So now I'm actually at the point where I need at least 4 months of a real competition diet in order to get in shape. The other problem is the cardio, because if you're over 50, we as men, we tend to lose size in our legs. So when you do a lot of cardio, you lose even more size in your legs, right? So you have to try to avoid doing a lot of cardio. But how are you going to do that? Well, you can do, for example, a lot of abs. You substitute the cardio, the regular cardio, whatever it might be, and never run. When you're over 50, don't run, right? Very bad for your legs. They're really going to shrink. Avoid it with doing a lot of abs. Maybe you do 1,000 reps. Or you do 2,000 reps, or an hour, or whatever. You're like, oh, what the hell is Ben talking about? Yes, it really works. Just do a lot of abs as your cardio, or keep the rest in between of your upper body training really short, like 30 seconds, okay? So then you have also a kind of a cardio workout. And never do cardio what has anything to do with your legs on a leg workout day. Just do your legs and leave the legs alone, okay? They're gonna shrink if you're older. Don't do that. It's really bad. So what you also can do is try, if you do cardio with your legs and go, for example, go backwards, go up the hill backwards. That's really good. Also good for your knees. And not too fast. So if you have like a home trainer, then you do like the 15 degrees and you go just backwards. That works really, really well. And make sure you do cardio on an empty stomach first thing in the morning. You take some BCAAs to protect your muscles from breaking down, and then you do your cardio, which is much more effective than when you do it any other time of the day. If you cannot do it on an empty stomach for whatever reason, do it right after your workout. That is still better than doing it before your workout. Don't do cardio before your workout anyway, you know, unless you're in a contest prep, and like I said, you do cardio on an empty stomach in the morning. Then you're gonna have breakfast, then you're gonna rest a couple hours, and then you're gonna go to the gym, okay? But don't go to the gym and do cardio first. That's the most stupidest thing you can do, because you use your carbohydrates first. The carbohydrates you actually need to do your weightlifting the right way. You're gonna burn them first, so it's completely stupid to do cardio first in the gym. Don't do that. Okay, so then there was a question regarding GH, human growth hormone. How much human growth hormone you should take for a long time and for competition time? Well, first of all, I think it depends a little bit on your body weight. If you're heavier, you probably can use a little bit more. If we're talking about long-term effect as a TRT or to feel better for the rest of your life, keep it really low, maybe 1 IU or 2 IUs at the most for the rest of your life. That's good, but only do it like 5 or 6 days a week, because for the insulin sensitivity, you will get insulin sensitive over time, and you might get a problem with that, and then you have to take insulin for the rest of your life if, you know, your pancreas is not working right. So for that reason, don't take it every day. Don't take too high of a dosage if it is for the rest of your life, okay, as a TRT, so you just feel better and have a better quality of life. If you have some kind of pancreas problems, you can take sometimes a long-term insulin shot, maybe here and there, to help your pancreas. It's not going to affect it in any bad way, so that's good. If you take high dosages of GH, you have to take sometimes, no matter what, some insulin, okay? Not every day, you know, maybe once a week, a long-term insulin, just to help your pancreas to produce more of that good insulin, okay? Because you don't want to have any long-term effects, and then you're going to be a diabetic for the rest of your life. So help your pancreas a little bit if you're on high dosages of HGH. But what is a high dosage anyway, you know? I would say, let's talk about contest preparation. 4 IUs to 8 IUs a day, it's more than enough. I don't think you need any more. I don't think it's healthy to take any more, especially for your pancreas. So do that, 4 to 8 IUs, depending on your body weight. You know, if you're a little bit more heavy, you need a little bit more. But I think that's all what you're gonna need. And make sure you break it up over the day. Don't take everything before you go to sleep. You know, it's a really great fat burner. So maybe you take it in 3 dosages. You know, 1 in the morning, 1 maybe right before you work out, and 1 before you go in bed. That's what I would recommend. that it's the most effective when it comes to the HGH. Okay, and then the next question was, what is the best anabolic steroid when I take HGH? Well, the answer is pretty simple. It's actually testosterone. Then again, are you taking testosterone just now for a competition, or you're taking testosterone as a TRT for the rest of your life? When you do that as a TRT, make sure you take testosterone annotate, because it's the most similar to our own testosterone. Not that it will help in terms of keeping your own testosterone. No matter what, if you take testosterone from the outside, your own production will shut down over time. Okay, there's nothing you can do, but it is the one what is the most similar to your body anyway, you know. Then the testosterone propionate is really good for the last 2-3 weeks of your competition, so you don't hold any water. And testosterone cypionate, for example, for me personally, I have the most success when it comes in gaining size, you know. So as you can see, there are many different testosterone out there. Make your own choice, whatever you want to do, whatever your goal is. So then the next question was, how many anabolic steroids can I take for a competition diet? Well, I don't know, you know, but here's what I know: the less the better. Okay, don't overdo it. You have anyway only certain receptors. Okay, let me explain it like this. Imagine there's a ship, right? And this ship has containers, and your anabolic steroids, they're coming now to the harbor, and they're gonna all get into a container, right? But when those containers are full, yeah, that's it, yeah, then there's, no matter how many other anabolic steroids you have standing there wanting to go on the ship, they're not going on that ship, and the ship is gonna go, it's gonna sail, right? It's gonna be gone. So, and all the anabolic steroids, they're still waiting to get on the ship. They will never get on that ship, but they will do the damage. The bad side effects, they're still gonna do. But the good, like more strength or building up more muscle, ain't gonna happen, because your receptors are full. So, the less, the better. And when you wanna ask me, somebody asked me, what is the best steroid? Well, we all individual different, you know? So, you need to try what is the best steroid for you. I can recommend, I can tell you what is the steroids that will kill you is Trenbolone. If you take a lot of Trenbolone, it will fucking kill you. That is the most dangerous steroid there is. You know, even it is in injectable form, it will kill your liver, it will kill your kidneys, it will clog up your arteries with LDL. It's gonna be a fucking nightmare. You're gonna get a heart attack. You're gonna fucking die. Don't take Trenbolone, okay? This cough you experience when you take it, what do you think that is? That's your body telling you, I don't really want this shit in my body. That's what it is, okay? So, to find out your best anabolic steroids, it's very simple. Just take one at a time. No, you're taking 3 or 4 at the same time. So how do you know which one works? How do you know this is good and this is bad? You don't know. So take your time. Take one anabolic steroid at a time. Take it for 2 months. Then you know, oh, it's good, it's bad, I doesn't feel it, or it's really good, and you keep it. If it's good, you keep it. If not, you never even touch it again. And that's what you do with every single anabolic steroid, okay? Not Trenbolone, that's bad. And you do that, and you try it, and you see what happens, okay? When you take any oral anabolic steroids like Dianabol or Winstrol, okay, which is really hard on the liver, make sure you take some liver protection, okay? So NAC is really, really good to protect your liver and also your kidneys, you know, double effect, liver and kidneys. It's really, really good really healthy. It's that stuff what they give to you in the hospital when you're poisoned on aspirin or ibuprofen or whatever, they're gonna shoot it in your veins, and so you will survive, okay? So your liver and kidney will still function even with your overdose on those painkillers. So take NAC, okay? And it will not influence any hormones, all right? Not like milk thistle. Milk thistle tends to hold some water and pull some estrogen and all that kind of shit you don't want when you compete anyway, okay? But NAC, you can stick with it 2 times 500 milligrams a day. Look it up on the internet. It's a really great supplement. It will keep you healthy, okay? And sometimes you should also go completely out of the juice if you're not on TRT. If you are on TRT, right, stay with it, ride it out, you know. 250 milligrams a week, I think it's a great dosage. Maybe even up to 500 milligrams, you know. The Neanderthaler, they had like a testosterone level of 2000, which is absolutely fucking insane, but they didn't take any steroids and they had it out of nature, right? So they found out that even 500 milligrams of test a week, it's not gonna damage you, okay? So now all these old school doctors gonna say, no, what are you talking about? You know, prostate cancer, la, 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 la. No, you know what? No, actually, they found out that a low testosterone level will more likely give you prostate cancer or prostate problems instead of a high testosterone level, okay? So look it up, doctors. You don't know that much, I know, okay? So, but anyway, you should always check your calcium score to see what's actually up in your heart and your arteries and see everything what is good. Just go to the hospital, say, hey, make a calcium score for my heart, and so you know if anything is plugged up or not. And make sure you do a blood test every 3 months and see how your ratio of the LDL to LDL is. You know, if it's bad, think about take a break and do some cardio, which is really good for your heart. You should always do some cardio, okay? Very important. Okay, so then that was it pretty much. Not too many questions. I actually expect a little bit more, especially for supplements. I have such a knowledge about supplements, and it's really a shame that nobody's asking me anything about these supplementations. Okay, so maybe another time you can also make some questions below this video and I will answer them, of course, here on YouTube in writing. Okay, so this was a short video. Nevertheless, I hope I could give you some good information, and until next time, Ben Huellen says